the man is the right person to keep the money in the house, because the women usually go after their husband for daily chop money. So the man should be the money keeper, so that the woman will chase after it. And this one says, I think we should allow the women to control the housekeeping funds, because if the men do, the women make unnecessary buyings and demands. But if they control it, they buy what is needed and manage what they have bought. Well, that's from Isaac James Alote. McCosby says, who controls the funds? It depends on the context of from where you're seeing it. In a home where one is an authoritarian and brings in the money, they may assume absolute control. But in a home that unconditional love reigns, the two sit down together to draw a budget for the home, out of which they both out from what they both or one brings to the table. In my home, I will make it a unified front in all things.
Because we are saying in your home you will. That means you are not married. Okay. You said?
He said McCosby is confused.
McCosby is confused.
He just shared everything. Because he shared everything, he said nothing.
Because you shared everything.
No, his point was that ultimately, when there's unconditional love, it should be shared. So in his home, they will sit down together and do it together.
Who does the sharing?
Together.
How do you
when
do it
you
together?
share one, then I share one.
You can't do it together. Somebody must do it.
Somebody who will share.
That's the problem. You remember last week, the other thing we had the same argument. Somebody must do it. Sharing, it has to be somebody.
Okay, so in the red corner for this morning, in the red corner, representing the constituency of men, Kwabna Anifi Jatin, creative director for Analyst Clothing. Good morning, Kwabna. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, and supporting him is Enimwa Enimado, usual suspects. Good morning, Enimwa.
Morning, Daniel.
Awesome. In the blue corner, representing the women, Edwin Apia.
Actually looking like a woman too.
Oh yeah, very cute one.
And I can already see some team synergy in there. Abna Megis is the other member of the blue corner. She's
Magis.
Abna Magis.
Yes.
As in magic.
Yes.
Awesome. Abna Magis is the other member of the blue corner. She's the main fighter in the blue corner. Edwin is just here to add base.
Yeah, exactly.
And Anefi is the main fighter in the red corner. I'm just here to add trouble.
Okay, but it's 6 minutes past 9. So I'm confused. Usually we say ladies first, but there's one lady here who is supporting the men. So, okay, Abna, what say ye?
Okay, so I always say this, and I'm glad for this opportunity to say this. Until men start giving birth, when it comes to taking care of the home, it should be the woman. Case closed.
Until men start giving birth.
Exactly. You understand? Because anything that has to do with the family, anything that has to do with the house, anything that has to do with kids, it is the woman. You understand? Now, of course, I know that, those in the other corner will come in and say that, well, let's face it, it's usually the man who makes a lot of the money, brings it home. So obviously he has to control it. But my question is that if you're holding the money, okay, you go out to work, you come home, how will you know what needs to be done at home? Somebody has to tell you. And in that person has to, telling you, that person has a budget. And that budget has to be, paid for with money. Now, if that person is holding that money, that person will be able to now do all the things without necessarily having to wait for you to come home. So,
but nowadays there's mobile money. You don't need to wait for him
of course. Okay, but then what if you have to send money and then the network tells you that you can't? You understand? There are issues whereby you can't sell mobile money. You can't send mobile money because your phone is has gone off. I mean, come on. Let's not use the mobile money issue here. If there is money at home, you can do things without having to rely on somebody. And what if you have to do something? There's an emergency, and he's in a meeting. You can't get him because you have to do all those things. You understand?
Okay.
So you have the budget. You have to have the money to support the budget. Thank you.
So Abna's point is that as long as it's the woman who is in charge of the home, the woman has to be in charge of the purse.
Yes.
Kwabna.
All right. So Abna, my first question is why? Why can't it be the man? I mean, if your reason is that men overspend and men all the things that you've said.
I never use the word overspend.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I mean, this is something that
a lot of
of women will say, and we are not better managers and all. My other question is why? It's so two questions. Why? You see, the 21st century woman is smart. She's not like the traditional woman that we knew from the past. You guys are smart. You can manage the home and all of that, like you said. But the key word here is control. Who is able to control the finances in the home better? And for me, it sits better with the man. Look, I say this, and I'm going to choose my words carefully. We're dealing with women. So women are beautifully extra. Okay, women are beautifully extra about everything. So I'll give you an instance. You have a smart woman telling you, oh, instead of buying things, instead of buying groceries, for instance, into the home one after the other, let's buy them in bulk so that we will be able to save money and all of that. But if you do not control this as a man, she'll end up being beautifully extra. She's going to end up buying 2 boxes of tomatoes instead of 1. And then the other one is going to end up. Your
fellow member of the Red Corner does not agree.
This one, yeah.
But isn't that a blanket statement to make that every woman would tend to
Thank you very much. Thank you.
If she's given control over
Thank you.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. Maybe you didn't. See, my point is this. The key word is control.
Okay. So who controls?
It's controlled better when it sits with the man. The home and all other things can be managed properly, fine, it's okay. But when it comes to controlling, I think it's the man.
Okay, can I go now?
You want to go? I say you want to go out.
No, okay, no. Sorry.
Yeah, Edwin.
Yeah, I think the man must control the finances of the house, but the woman must control the finances of the home. You know, if
wait.
No, stop.
Your side,
I have
no.
not said
No, your side, no. You are for women, no.
I'm for women, yes.
You know that.
Yes.
Okay, so
start
again.
Let me hear this.
I've not finished saying what I was saying.
Okay, we are sorry for interrupting.
Speaking in parables.
I'm not speaking in parables.
Do you remember what he started with last week with the football analogy?
I mean, if it is the man's house, he must control the finances. But immediately he marries and gets somebody in the house, he must never touch the money again. He must give it to the woman.
I love you, Edwin.
You know, the wife must control the home because the wife makes the home.
Not the home,
You know,
the finances.
The finances of the home. Immediately the wife enters the house, the money must be surrendered to the woman immediately.
All the money?
All the money.
All.
Because you see, let's be very, the husband is the breadwinner. He is not the bread distributor. He must win the bread at all times. But when it comes to distribution, he must be very clear in his mind it is the woman's role. You see, the woman may be poor at doing it, so she can decide to give it to the man. The man may be poor at winning the bread, he can decide to give it to the woman. But when it comes to roles, and that's why I always talk about roles. You see, as for the role, the woman must control the finances.
But what is so special about women that makes them able to
You see, this question
finances?
is an important question, but the answer is very simple. You see, even if the woman cannot control the money well because she's, for example, she's not good at managing money, it's understandable. If she's not good at managing money, she can decide, because I'm not good at it, well, you do it. But because she is the wife, she must decide that I am not good at it, so you do it. So whether she's good at it or bad at it, it doesn't matter. The role of the wife should be that he should control the finances.
Where did this rule? Where did this rule come from?
Let me explain to you why. He started last week and he asked his wife to turn off the radio because that one he was saying that it's the role of the woman to do house chores. But it's been a difficult week, so after this Friday, we have revised the note.
Yes. Today she's listening.
Today she's listening.
No, you're on a good side.
Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi to her?
We'll say hello. Please, on Edwin's behalf, we are saying good morning to Mrs. Apia. And this week we are on your side.
Hey, please, I forgot Abner's favorite AKA, Manoke Kame.
Yes, Gerard.
Right, I'll come to you in a moment, but
no, but okay, so I'm on the men's side and I'm on this side for a very simple reason. You see, there's a subtle power play when it comes to money. And one of my favorite quotes is, "She stoops to conquer." So I don't believe in taking control from a man, because in my opinion, it's what men do biologically, hormonally.
Nobody has ever stooped and conquered. Don't use that. If you stoop, you have not. Nobody has conquered in a stooping position before in life.
I remember when I was in Bote, they were making me stoop to it.
Don't take that question seriously. When you went to school, when you went to school and you stooped, wasn't it the punishment? Wasn't it the punishment?
They were hitting my back.
Why? Who has ever stooped and conquered before?
Right.
You see, this kind of quote should not be taken seriously. Because you can never stoop and conquer. If you're a soldier and you stoop, will you win a war?
And yet the Bible says that humble yourself before the Lord and he will lift you
He
up.
didn't say stoop yourself.
Yeah, but when we say
nothing about
oh my
stooping.
God, I can't believe you guys are taking this literal.
We have to take it literal.
It's literal.
Because you use the
Yeah,
word
you can
stoop.
stand upright and then still be humble.
No.
Okay, guys, please, one question.
Enima, please land.
Yeah,
You're
Enima.
making a good point.
Of course.
You
continue.
continue.
Anyway, we are listening.
Figuratively.
Stupid.
Since obviously I have to add that.
Okay.
So if you're going to take into account the ego and the subtle power play that comes in with every marriage or every relationship, I think that giving control to the man is perhaps the easier route. Because you see, the thing is, if we're using the analogy of the man as the head and the woman as the neck, then you know that inadvertently you have a certain level of influence. For me, influence is more important than control. I don't need to control the purse strings. I need to know that I can influence how our money is going to be used. Because you see, the thing is that it flows into other aspects of our lives. The other mistake I think that women make is in trying to take too much control from the men. When you approach it in this, I am taking control, I am in charge of this, you're not just taking control of the money, you're actually in a way taking control of a lot of other areas of the marriage. And what happens in most cases is that you find that then the men just sit back and like, okay, you know what, if you want to steer the ship, steer the ship. And so for me, it's not really the issue per se of the money. It is the heart and the emotions that the marriage then goes through because of this position. And it's important for me, since I'm on this side, that the man is in control and he's in charge, and I can influence and I can bring suggestions, and my suggestions are respected because, and I say because a lot of women enter into a marriage or into a relationship thinking like, okay, by virtue, and Edwin, you said this, by virtue of the fact that you have a wife, she is in control. No. And I'll go back to the Bible, and the Bible says that the heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, because she will bring him no harm. But you see, the thing is that trust is earned. So when and it's important that we posit it this way, because when you enter into a marriage as a woman, you can't assume that by virtue of my position I'm in control and I'm this. No, you have to show that I can do this, I can do this. So then it comes from a place of trust. So when your husband comes home and he hands you over that salary, it's not a control issue, it's not a who is in charge issue, it's an I trust you to do this, I trust you to make the right decisions.
Anyway,
and then you're
I have a question. In
Wait,
all
I'm
that,
coming. I'm going to the bar.
in all that you've said, you made a beautiful point about how this is really about a power play, and surrendering that authority to the man is important to build trust. My question is, what does the man have to earn? What does the man have to build? What respects does the man build in this balance? Because I hear you saying a lot about how the woman has to earn trust and how the woman has to do this, but what does the man have to do?
Well, I love that you're asking me this question, because you see the thing, and my very good friend PG, good morning PG Sebastian, posted on Facebook a few weeks ago, and he made this really important point that you see, and Uncle Ebo says it all the time, that sometimes men think they are chasing women, but before you chase the woman and she has agreed, she has already decided when she met you that you will chase me, and I will agree, and I will marry you. So there is a period before.
That's actually very informative. There's
a period, hang on a second, let me just finish. There's a period before you get to that point where you are submitting or you're saying that I trust you, when you as a woman have to vet this human being that you're bringing into your life. So it is not after you've married him that you are now say, oh, do I trust you to do this? Do I trust you to do that? If before I marry you, I don't trust you to do that, then I shouldn't marry you in the first place. But after I have taken those vows, then it is important for me to say that, okay, I have vetted you, I trust you, I have gone through the process. If you're lucky, you can go to a special prosecutor for him to vet your spouse, as Martin Amidu has been given the mandates to do. Then, I mean, you don't have any issues with that.
Well, you'd have to work at the office of the special prosecutor
Yeah, exactly.
for that to happen.
Of course.
Okay, I'm coming back to Abena, but there's this interesting idea. Really, I wish I could explore
actually
it
want
more.
to do a follow up on what she was saying. Okay, Nimwa. Now you were talking about the power play. Okay, so a man controls the money, and he knows that. Okay, so this money is like a pipe. If I turn the faucet off, then that means that anything that happens in the house will come to a standstill because I'm the one bringing the money. So if I don't like what you said to me yesterday and I decide that I'm not going to give you any money, that means that everything is going to grind to a halt. And now I've been able to punish you effectively for how you spoke to me yesterday. I don't like how you behave. I don't like what you do. So because of that, I'm not giving you this money. That is a power play that unfortunately a lot of women are feeling because they are not the ones controlling the purse.
So then you're asking to control out of fear.
So
you're not asking to control from a good place.
No. Remember that everything that you do is based on a lot of things. Fear is one, love is one, respect is one, understanding is one, everything, you understand? Because, I mean, let's face it, a lot of people, go into marriages, fearing that it might, they might end up divorcing. But it doesn't actually mean that their marriages will end up breaking. You understand? So let's just focus
and
on
on
this.
a quick one on that. That fear should not exist in an ideal situation. That fear
it shouldn't, but then it's natural because you're all human.
Yeah, so if you want to control the money to take that fear out of the equation, I don't think it's a bad idea. Do you get what I'm saying?
So you're with the stand that if I'm afraid
No.
that my husband will use money to punish me, then
So
I should
let's
fight
take
for
it.
control.
No, so let's take it out of the equation. What I'm
You're
saying
not
is
taking it out of the equation. You're just shifting it. You're shifting it to me. You're taking it from me and bringing it to
money
me.
is livelihood. Money is livelihood. Okay. Livelihood should not be used as a pawn when a man and a woman are fighting. Because
Exactly.
it is livelihood. So what I said is that in answer to your question of then it is out of fear. If you take it out of the equation, no matter if you're going to give it to Daniel Dazi to keep, because we don't want money to be an object for when a man is angry at his wife, it won't come. Then give it to Daniel Dazi
Yeah,
to
but
keep.
then you realize that it doesn't solve the problem, though, because if you're married to somebody who is prone to use these things to punish you, if you take the money equation out of it, he will use other things to punish you.
That's fine,
So
but
then
money
that
is
means that
livelihood. You
now
shouldn't be
money
using
is
money.
no longer going to be used.
But let's
understand.
be careful not
Exactly.
to deviate from
Yeah,
the
it's
main.
becoming a very, very interesting
Yeah,
conversation.
let's be careful not to
Well
deviate from the
understood.
main subject.
Well
Let's use
understood.
decentralization
Yes.
as an example.
Decentralization, Edwin.
One of the reasons why the district assemblies are very poor is because they don't control the funds. The finance ministry controls it. And everybody in this country has said that. To make a decentralization system work, we must give the districts the money and then they control it. Manasseh
you.
even did the whole documentary on how the districts are not
So the
controlling
women
money.
are the
But you
district
see, no,
assemblies.
Edwin,
Yes.
these districts you are talking about, if the districts could find a way of making revenue for themselves, then
But
they
then they are
wouldn't
no
have
longer
to.
districts.
No. So you see, my point is this: what kind of woman are we even talking about? If it's the 21st century woman, she's working, she's making some money on her own.
No.
She can
The
be able to
control does
stand.
not- the control does not depend
You
on how much
see-
money you make.
Uh-huh.
You
and,
see,
and,
it doesn't depend on how much money you
Exactly.
make. You when you enter
I'm
the house,
saying this
when you
against
enter
the-
the house, you see your wife can earn 10,000 times more than you, but she did not earn that money as a wife. She earned that money as a banker or as a carpenter who has maybe 15 shops. You understand? Immediately she enters the house. She is a wife who does not make much more money than a husband. You have to be very clear.
I get that. I'm saying this
So
against
people
them.
make money on the basis of their profession, not on the basis of the rules they perform in the
Very
house.
well.
Exactly.
I'm making this point against the backdrop. Say, Abna was saying, then the man now gets into a position where he says, last night you didn't give me this or that, and so I'm not giving you this. I mean, if I'm able to make some cash on my own, you won't really be able to come and use that against me, because for instance, it's my hair I want to fix as a woman, and because my husband says I didn't give him this or that, or I didn't do what he asked me to do. So and since he is controlling the cash, he's not giving. I mean, you should be in a you can always pick up some cash from your side and go and fix your hair.
Thank you very much.
So Kwabena, your point is that men should control the finances, but women can have a piggy bank.
Oh yeah, I mean it would
sensible not to have
a piggy bank.
So that's what I'm saying. What kind of woman are we even talking about in the first place?
Okay, all right. So you see, a lot of us, when we are talking about, you know, people, we look at the context of Accra, and we generalize things as to, you know, people are making money and then all that. But then, please, Ghana is not Accra. Accra is in Ghana. Accra is now one, you know, capital out of 16 others. Oh my goodness. Okay. And generally, men make money more than women here in Ghana, generally. Men work, you know, in the big companies and are paid bigger than the women. We have a lot of women who are not, you know, working in corporate institutions, but then are trading, are sewing, are cooking and selling. A lot of women compared to others, you understand? So we should understand that there are a lot more women who do not make as much money as their husbands here in Ghana. And because of that, most often than not, whatever money that they have has to be, you know, spent in whatever business that they're doing. So there is less for the house. And when you have less for the house and you have kids involved, then there is going to be an issue. Now, you could give me an argument that, okay, then how about still insisting on the husband, you know, controlling the money so that he takes care of the school fees, takes care of, let's say, the rent, etc., building the house and all that. Now, these are things that you pay, let's say, once a month. If it is a house, you take your time, you save, and then you build. But then you are going to eat 3 times a day, especially when you have kids. You can't tell the kid that all that we have is gari, so let's eat the gari. No, they'll have to eat. Exactly. You can't tell kids that. They have to eat. So meaning that every day, money has to be spent in some way. It's not just food. You are taking care of boiler. You're taking care of utilities. You'll be there. There's an emergency. You have to rush somebody to the hospital. You'll be there. There's an emergency. Your parents or his siblings or your siblings. You'll be there. There's an accident and I have to take care of that. Yeah. So no matter what, somebody always has to have money on her.
Yeah.
Always.
Always.
Now, the man can drive around with just fuel in his car and there may be 10 cedis in his wallet. He's okay.
He's okay.
Seriously.
He's okay.
Seriously. With
Edwin, does that happen to you? Are you okay?
I drive around and I have 10 cedis in my pocket. I'm okay.
You understand?
I drive around and I have 10 cedis in my pocket.
Okay, but then a mother having 10 cedis.
I'm a mom.
And you have 10 cedis for the whole day.
There are times when, yes.
Yeah, for the whole day. Yeah, and then
so when your kids come, what happens?
And you don't have food in the house.
So when your kids come, what happens?
It's Gary Soakins. That's the day when Charlie we are eating eba and pepper today.
That's for the whole day.
No, but anyway, in fairness, if there is available money, the question is, if there is available money and you have to resource to eba and pepper, what kind of
but it's not about available money, because if you're saying even that the woman should control the money that's coming, then it means that, okay, the money is coming to me and I'm using it as planned. It works in the reverse, because even if I am not in control and I can budget and say, babe, I need this amount of money for this, there shouldn't be a time in the month when I have to do eba and pepper, because if I'm doing that, then it means that I did not budget well with what was given me, which further cements the points that I shouldn't be in control.
No. To him,
that's
the point.
To him, no.
Anyway.
Immediately because you couldn't budget the money well,
means that I shouldn't be in control of the money.
It means
that if I had all the money, then I wouldn't be able to account for it or spend it in a way that is prudent.
Anyway, I have a question.
Yes, Daniel.
In your case.
But before you ask me the question, remember that everybody else on this panel will go and to be left with you on this show. That's just a caveat. Yes, okay, Daniel.
27 minutes past on the Super Money Show. We're going to take this report. Okay. No, the question I had was, but I've just been reminded that we need to hit this ad now.
Very convenient.
Yes. Anyone?
Yes, Daniel.
In your example where you say you are left with 10 cedis in your pocket, are you suggesting then that you are not a proper manager of finances that comes?
I'm suggesting that there are times when you don't have money. So it is really about being able to use what you have sensibly.
No, but in the
wisely.
same breath, you say that if you take money from your significant other and you are down to a tenner in the middle of the month, it's an indicator that you didn't manage it well.
Exactly, which is why you shouldn't be in control.
Which is why I asked that. Does that mean that in your case you are not a proper manager of money?
Is this a personal question that you're asking me now?
Because you see, we need to make the honest facts clear that it's not a blanket statement. You can't make a blanket statement that if you are down to a tenner, it means that you are not a good manager of cash. We can't say that.
That's not what I said, though. I said that if
you said that and you agreed to it, and now
if you've been given, let's say 2,000 Ghana cedis, because this is what you had the budget for and this is what you asked for, and 15 days into the month, there have been no emergencies. There's been nothing outside of the budget.
But why are you caveating it like that?
Because
this is real life. It's real life. You can't caveat out emergencies because you're a mother with 2 kids.
But Daniel, you
drive the car.
No, but Daniel, if you were letting me land, then we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Land.
Because if there have been emergencies, then obviously what I thought I would have by the 15th would have reduced. So I may come back to you to ask you for more, or I may try to make do with what we have, depending on what is in the kitty that we are sharing. But if nothing has happened, and it is just because I went out and I saw a pair of shoes and I wanted to buy it, and in the afternoon I felt like doing this, and I have done all these things, and I have come to the point where I am at this amount of money, which is not enough, then I should take personal responsibility for not managing what was given me.
Kwabena, do you honestly agree that money only runs out in the hands of a woman if you remove emergencies? Do you honestly agree that money only runs out in the hands of a woman if she sees a nice pair of shoes or she spends on frivolous things?
Even before I answer your question, let me just say this. I'm not mentioning a number of things, a number of needs that the woman has, especially when she has and wants. When she has, we have needs and wants too as men. Like, so are you saying that if the woman controls the finances and then now the man has to also now reach out to the, like anyone was saying, it works on both sides. So now what the man has to now reach the woman and say, because we also see shoes we want, we also see outfits we want.
Yeah,
so now I have to be reaching you from time to time.
When I was making my submissions, I was concentrating more on the family and on the kids than rather on what the woman wants. I never made mention of what the woman will buy,
anyway,
for herself and then all that. You understand?
But to answer your question, yes.
You see,
Yes.
Let me ask
the question again. Guys. Okay, Edward, I beg you.
Okay.
It's 29 minutes to the top of the hour. Now I really need to take a break. Else Papaya will come and slap me. All right, I'm taking these important messages, but let the conversation continue. There are so many messages coming in. We'll read a few of them before we continue, but we'll be back after these messages.
You're using words like man.
Adjudged Group Private Health Insurance Provider 2018 by West Africa Healthcare Excellence Awards, Vitality Health Insurance offers corporates varied all-inclusive healthcare plans. Our plans are customized to meet your corporate needs with prompt claims payment as our hallmark. Excellent customer service is guaranteed you by Vitality. Vitality, we ensure reduction of fraudulent claims leading to reduced medical bills. Why stress yourself when you can outsource your healthcare administration to Vitality's experts? Call 026 65 73 200 or 050 60 99 800 or visit www.vitalitymh.com. Vitality Health Insurance. Enjoy good health with Vitality.
Hey Ghana, are you ready for the hottest fashion looks from MRP? Mr. Price, also known as MRP, is bringing you ladies, men's and kids wear at unbelievable prices. It's the perfect time to stock up on denim, dresses, chinos and other fashion essentials. So head on over to MRP at Accra Mall, West Hills Mall, Junction Mall and Achimota Mall to get your shop on. Don't miss out. Your wardrobe will thank you.
Since it's our 40th birthday at Rana Motors, we're extending the celebration with 40 days of Christmas. Join us at all our Kia showrooms and enjoy up to 22% discount and a 40-inch TV with every purchase. And much, much more. With Rana Motors and Kia, the Christmas spirit will last for 40 days this year. For more info, call 0249-911-444. Kia, the power to surprise.
So everyone says I'm a Kosia filler, but it's not like I'm nosy or go out to find out the latest filler. It's just that I get 50 megabytes of data free after paying for only the first minute of every call. And so I just keep discovering stuff minute after minute. That's how come I was minding my business, scrolling through my timeline, and I found out Coco has a new baby. Oh, and last week, I learned Ken won the lottery. You see, Ken is my brother's friend. So hello, look who's about to roll with the rich and famous.
Enjoy even more value with MTN Free After One. You only pay for the first minute of your call on MTN Free After One, and the rest is free. Plus, you enjoy free 50 megabytes worth of data to browse your favorite sites. Compare where, compare there. So dial *315# to sign up. We day for you everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply.
Same great bank, helping you grow.
Do you have challenges transferring money to your friends or customers with accounts at other banks? Are you worried at the delays with other banks' checks you deposit into your account? Do you have challenges paying your workers or suppliers instantly across banks? You don't need to wait for 2 days anymore. Walk into any ADB branch today and send your money instantly to any account in Ghana, or link ADB Instant Pay to your accounting software for all salaries and payments. You can also access ADB Instant Pay service on our mobile banking app, internet banking, and *767#. ADB, truly a Greek and more.
With Brussels Airlines, the world is waiting for you.
Oh, look what we just received, Grandpa. A greeting card from Aunt Rose.
It comes from so far away. That is fascinating.
Why don't we visit her this year? Brussels Airlines offers flights to Europe at great prices.
Oh, my sweet child. You always amaze me with your good ideas. All right, let's do it.
Woohoo! You're the best!
Book your flight with Brussels Airlines by 10th January 2019 and enjoy attractive fares to Europe and the world.
Brussels Airlines, we go the extra mile.
They shine, oh.
Yes, so I tell you, say for proper and modern ceiling solutions, the answer be Interface Limited. Them get in stock acoustic ceilings where you go fit make your office fine like my own.
Or even better pass your own self.
We can't better pass my own.
Shall I go Interface right now?
Interface Limited is the leading supplier and installer of finishing input materials for the building and construction industry in Ghana. Call us on 0274-999999 or visit our website at www.interfacelimited.com.
Big Bond Roofing Systems have become the talk of the building industry. People from all over the world are talking about us.
I'm in Ghana for the past 20 years as a contractor, and I can say that Big Bond Roofing System is the game changer in the market. High quality, durable, strong, beautiful, and no leakage.
Wagwan, my brethren, what me like about Big Bond is them lovely colors and patterns. They will meet your budget with flexible payment terms. You don't know? Architect Uche, tell them.
Una don't hear? Big Bond they here again, no? Make una take advantage of their special 10% Xmas discount from November to complete your home. Locate Big Bond Roofing System in Accra at North Industrial Area adjacent Old Malcolm. I said here, I carry some go Port Harcourt for my project too.
For free estimates, speedy production, transportation and installation, call us on 0302-268-261 or 0501-290-390 and in Tamale, Sangani on 0372-022-405. Big Bond Roofing Systems. Durable, beautiful, and affordable.
So how much does your love cost? Someone says I'm asking an Ewasi question, please. Okay, so social studies question 2. Section B question 2. Who should control the money in a household, a man or a woman? Oh, by the way, this song goes to you, Zaina Adamu of My Joy Online. I see you nodding your head and shaking your body. Now, Reverend Micah Bosse is with us in the studio. He'll be sharing his thoughts on this subject briefly. But with over 30 years in the stationery business, Kingdom Books Stationery now offers a 30-day credit facility with no interest charge. We deliver free within Accra, Tema, and surrounding towns. Just call us on 0302 764 101 or 762 307 or visit kingdomgh.com. Kingdom Books Stationery Limited, your number one stop shop for all office essentials, stationery and furniture.
Now I'm leaving with my keys, I've got to go.
Now, if you're into farming or dream of being a large-scale farmer, or you wish to expand your cash crop, poultry, aquaculture, and agro-processing business, just talk to us at the Agricultural Development Bank ADB, your most trusted bank with over 50 years experience in agric financing. Visit any of our 78 networked branches nationwide and talk to our well-trained agric finance officers for a one-stop solution to make your dream a reality. Call our hotline on 0302 210 210 for further information. ADB, truly agric and more. Now, Big Bond Roofing System Limited is a high-quality, innovative roofing manufacturer and installer of modern roofs on all new and old residential as well as commercial buildings throughout Ghana. Call Big Bond today on 0302 268 261 Accra, 0372 022405 in Tamale, or 050 129 0390, or visit our office in Accra, North Industrial Area, and Tamale in Sangani. Terms and conditions attached. Big Bond Roofing System Limited. Durable, beautiful, and affordable. Now, at J&G Insurance Brokers, we analyze your insurance needs and negotiate best terms with an insurer with excellent track records in paying claims. Call Dr. Gideon Amenyedo on 0244 333 335 or 0504 333 335. You can also visit our website at jinginsurancebrokers.com or email us on info@jinginsurancebrokers.com. You can also interact with us on our Facebook page at J&G Insurance Brokers. Our website is interactive 24/7. J&G Insurance. Negotiating a great insurance deal is our business. Exactly 19 minutes to the top of the hour. Let me begin this leg of the conversation by saying good morning to Reverend Mike Bosse.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for staying.
Thank you for being here with us.
Yeah, from 5:50 when you signed off till now.
Yeah.
Yes, Reverend Mike was with us.
Country.
Literally. Reverend Mike was with us and enjoyed time in his presence this morning. Amazing time of worship with Philip Ajali, by the way.
I'm telling you.
Awesome.
We had a wonderful time.
So, in a few minutes, we don't want to keep you for so long. In a few minutes, what are your thoughts on the subject? Should we even be having the debate on who should keep the money or who should control the money?
Typical of human beings, we specialize in complicating very, very, simple issues and turn around and begin to struggle to solve them. But basically, that's what we found ourselves doing. But anybody who is really interested in solving a problem would want to go to the foundation of it, how it all began. How it all started. So, of course, my bias is the Bible. I'm not sure anybody over here disagrees with the Bible. So my bias is to the Bible. When you check Genesis chapter 2 and the verse 15, the Bible says that God placed man in the Garden of Eden. And he asked him, I can just read it, he says, dress it and keep it. And the Lord God commanded him, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat. Now, what it means simple is that God actually placed man in unemployment.
Yeah.
Okay? God placed man in unemployment so that he takes care of himself. Now, this happened later on. He brought woman to the man. Man received direct instructions. Take care of this that I've given to you and feed yourself. And later on, he brings woman and he says that this is woman. And Adam saw him and said, this is bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. He shall be called woman.
Yeah.
Now, God gave you a home. But before he gave you a home, he gave you a job. And what is the essence of that? So that you will take care of yourself and your home. It's as simple as this. Now, unfortunately, we have turned to complicate issues. The woman is not supposed to do anything. He is supposed to help you do what you were supposed to do from the beginning. Now,
you mean in terms of work?
No, I mean, God gave you work to do.
So God did not give the woman work to do?
Absolutely.
Okay,
there is no instruction.
Reverend,
coming.
That is another conversation for like maybe next week's relationship conversation.
Okay, hold on. This is the gravamen of matter. It's important for you to know, like I said before from the beginning, man complicates very, very simple issues. With time, as man evolves, now as we see, everybody is doing something, everybody is working, and so on and so forth. But I'm saying, if we're going to go to the basics or how it all began, this is it. Okay, so now we have accepted that everybody should work. That's why if we say there is another conversation, that's okay. But I want you to know that we are having all these problems because we have kind of deviated a little from the very, very foundation, how it all began. So
okay, so now that we are where we are now.
So for the man, instruction was given to you, and they said that till it and then take care of yourself. You now have a home. Take care of your home. I mean, and people are asking, so what if I have a wife who is working and is probably earning more than I am doing and all that? Well, I'm sorry, her money is her money. You have no right to even count how much money she has. Or you can't share responsibilities with her because it's your home. Tell me, where do you find you love the fact that it is, you are the head of the home and everything. Where do you find the eyes of the body? On the head, right? Yeah. Where do you find the nostrils, the mouth, the ears, and everything? Of course, the brain. Sorry. So you eventually think for the family. Now this is your role as a man, and the moment you begin to share responsibilities. Okay, you do this. You keep this money, and then I'll keep this. Or you do it. You are in charge. So feel free to use the person who have been given to you as a helpmeet.
Okay.
Feel free. I mean, let the home be peaceful. And the only way to do that, like I said from the beginning, whatever you have, it is your home. Everybody that have been given to you is your home. So give what you have to the one who is helping you keep the home.
Okay.
Okay? So that he's helping you keep the home. He's helping you keep your life as one who has been given a responsibility, and you have been given somebody to help you perform this task. You ought to consider or begin to see yourself as that and do exactly. Now, this is a problem. This is where the problem is. Now people are saying, I'm earning this, and you're also earning this. So let me take care of the school fees, and then you take care of the home stuff and so on and so forth. Now, right from the word go, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Okay, so what is right? You should take on all the responsibility.
Take on everything because it is your home. And please, those of you who are afraid of the fact that if you are, how is he keeping her money? Like I said, it's none of your business. But you soon realize that the woman, so long. Let me say this: so long as the man gets it right, with time, the woman will get it right. Even if from her home, in our local parlance, I've heard about, a tutua, esibemabo, obanya sika awarema, it is not a family, but when the man gets it, it's for the family and so on. There is a certain truth, in that. But what happens later on is that the woman then begins to use what she has. As a matter of fact, she's supposed to serve with all she is and all she has.
Okay.
Okay.
So Rev, so I understand what you're saying, that since the woman is a helpmeet, the man should provide within that context. That's a subject that has been debated, but on the subject, are you then saying that the man should necessarily control? Because we are asking about control.
You are in
of
control.
the budget, so you should control.
You are
as
in
the
control.
Man. Okay.
You said, don't forget. Go back to the same Bible. He says, "Have dominion." He says, He blessed them, and He says, "Be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, have dominion."
Okay.
So right from the word go, you're supposed to be in control.
Okay.
Now, being in control does not mean that you're pushing people's head here and there and so on and so forth. But as a matter of fact, multiply.
Yeah.
Multiply with everything that had been given to you. And therefore, today as we speak, I'll tell you a couple of people who are controlling. Like somebody like Bill Gates is sitting in America, does not know who you are, but he has control over Microsoft. And so long as you are a user of Microsoft and all that, he controls you. That's basic. If you break these things down, this is how it works. So some way, somehow, the control here, like I said, it's not supposed to be okay. Chinchina, do it this way, do it that way, do it this way. You know, I want this thing to be done. Like I said, you see, for the family, this is your home.
Okay.
You hear for the family, you speak for the family.
Okay.
I mean, you can't say that, my wife, go and in this particular case, you are the one who we are trusting to do A, B, and C. So you push forward. She definitely would have to go represent the view of the home.
Right, Reverend Mike Abose, thank you so much. Very insightful comments that you added there. We want to allow listeners to contribute to the discussion briefly.
Let me say something before I forget about this. I'll just end it.
Okay.
And of course, I'm sure that lots of people will not be able to, appreciate it or maybe agree with me that much. But any man...
So you're about to make a controversial statement.
No, it's not that. The reason I'm saying...
Because you are caveating it by saying that people will not agree.
The reason I'm saying it is that because that's the truth. Now, anybody or any man who does not know God on 4 levels is not qualified to get married.
4 levels?
Yes, on 4 levels. Any man who does not know God on 4 levels. Level number 1 is to recognize God as your creator. Number 2, recognize him as your father. Number 3, recognize him as your employer. Number 4, recognize him as your covenant partner. When you get married, add 1 as your father-in-law.
All right. Reverend Mike Abose, I wish you could have more time to go into this. But I need to take Uncle John's call. He's calling from Sakumono. Good morning, Uncle.
Good morning, sir.
Great. Please turn off the radio sets near you and let's hear you. All right.
And
I think I'm saying.
Please, the same Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united with his wife, and they become one. I don't understand if people understand it. The oneness in marriage, if you are one, all my wife needs are mine.
Okay.
Her wants are mine.
Okay.
Our kids' wants are ours. What my wants are hers. So why should we divide it?
Okay. Thank you very much, Uncle John, for calling. Tay in Tema. Tay, is it the man who controls the finances or the woman?
I am in the red corner supporting Niwado and the other.
And then Kwabna.
Yes, I think that as my brother quoted from the Bible, a man should take care of the home, make the budget, make all provisions that will be conducive for the home. Now, in the event of any eventuality, you only ask your wife to assist you to provide what is needed. But it shouldn't be a 50-50 affair or the woman... She was to be part of the winning team.
Okay. Thanks so much, Terry, for calling. Francis is calling from Akuse. Good morning, Francis.
Good morning, sir.
Let's hear you.
Please, I think the woman should control the house on advice from the man. If the man leaves everything to the woman, she may collapse the budget.
Not
true. Oh, really? Oh, my Charlie, you know first, girl. Francis from Akuse, thanks for calling. We'll take our next caller shortly. But I still have the Super Morning Show. If you want to... Okay, Kofi is calling from Kumasi. Is this Kofi Bajema? Okay, I've lost him. Is it Kofi Bajema?
Yes, this is Kofi Bajema. How are you, Daniel?
I am blessed. How are you?
I'm fine.
Kofi, we'll get to your T-shirt. Okay, I've spoken with Kofi Diakwa. I will get you the shirt.
All right. I think come sign I think come better. So get that right.
I think come sign who is an expression of faith. May the year go and come and go and come and go and come. That's what it actually means.
That is not true.
Well, you're free to disagree.
We will never meet 2018 anymore in our lives again.
I mean, okay. You go ahead.
Yes. You see, Daniel, we are talking about finances. Now, when we talk about finances, it involves money. Whose money are we talking about? Is it the woman's money or the man's money that we need someone to control? The man controls his money, and the woman also controls her money. If the man has your money, the woman does not control your money, but she will, tell you what the family needs, and you will provide the money. And if the man does not have money and your wife has money, you tell your wife, help me with this money to do this ABCD. That is it. So everyone controls his or her money.
Thank you, Kofi, for calling. Emmanuel is on the line from Tema, and Emmanuel is our final caller. Hello. Good morning, Emmanuel.
Hello, good morning.
Yep, let's hear you, bro.
Yes. Daniel, for me, I think it has to do with the couple, because if we say that it's supposed to be controlled by the woman or it's supposed to be controlled by the man, it may not work at every home. There are instances where the man is controlling the money or the finances, and the man is messing up. Later, the man realized that, no, I have to allow the woman to control, and it is working perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
There are instances where the woman is also controlling, and it created a lot of problems until two of them understood. So for me, it's case-by-case basis.
Okay.
If the married couples realize that the man controlling it will better help, they have to go ahead and allow it.
Okay.
If they realize that the woman is supposed to control it to help for that particular couple alone, then they have to go ahead and allow it to happen. It shouldn't be across board that the man's supposed to control or the woman's supposed to control.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel, calling from Tema. That was our final caller. I'll give final comments to my guests in studio. We'll share about 30 seconds each, and then we'll wrap up. All right. Let me come to you. I started with you, Abena. So let me start with Kwabena this time. I did not have an Abena in Kwabena.
We just found out ourselves.
Just came to mind. All right, Kwabena.
Okay, so this is supposed to be my final comment.
Yes, 30 seconds.
All right. So I still stand by the fact that a man should control the finances in the home. However, it should be done side by side, or it should be, like Enima said, influenced by the woman, because the woman comes as the neck and then the man is definitely the head of the house. So.
Okay. How about you, Abena?
Okay, I still stand by what I said, that it's the woman who should control the finances at home. Now, times have changed. This is 2019. And the way and, like how women, go about things, I've seen women now working with a lot, even making more money than the men. What it does is that now, if they're controlling the money, and Nimwa mentioned, let's say, okay, so she's giving the money, the budget runs out, then what happens? What happens is that if the budget runs out, that means that she has money to support the budget. Okay. But then as soon as she's the only one doing it, what happens after the money gets finished? Yes.
Right. Thanks. Any more?
I'm just going to agree with Anefi on this one.
Yes. All right, let me take Edwin's final comments and then we wrap up.
I think, as I said earlier, the woman should control the finances. It brings peace, it brings joy, it brings happiness, and brings greater love in the home. So,
okay, for today, Edwin's wife will be very, very happy.
I'm telling you.
Even if you were broke, my love don't last.
And that brings to an end today's big relationship debate. We are wrapping up the Super Morning Show for today. I'm so glad you had the time to join us from 5:50 a.m. till now. We'll be back on Monday. But here are the benefits when you ride with Uber. Quick time of arrival, usually 2 to 5 minutes. So reliable, you can pay by either card or cash. Affordability is assured. Now, the Ghana Revenue Authority,